liking the streaming a lot lately. Hey, Jay. Craft by Jay. I like. Well, hello, everyone. If you're catching the replay, welcome. I'm Steve. Mark's going to be with us shortly. And this is Smokeysteveandmarc. Welcome back. Happy Sunday to everybody. Happy. Christine, he's good. Mark decided he needed to go to the store to pick something up. And he had to do it urgently. I didn't see the urgency, but he's not here. We can gossip. So he'll be back in time. I said I would on his behalf let y'all know. So hey Zoe, hey Jay. Texas, hello. LA, Wendy, hello. It's cool. I was gonna say another hot night. It cooled down here. Finally. Hey Miss McPhoebe, hey Graveyard. Finally things settled down, weather-wise. It was actually nice out today. It almost felt chilly compared to how it had been, too. Hey, Claudia. Calendar page. Not so much, Zoe. Not so much lately. Leela from South Texas. Hello, welcome. Carabella, hello. Calendar page, hello. Christina, hi. It's always more fun and alive when people talk. Very true. Beth, what's going on? Hey, Charlotte. I am doing well today. You're storming, Claudia? We're all taking our turn. It just seems like we're just passing it around the country. Yes, we're still not smoking inside, Zoe. Vaping? Yes. But, no tobacco indoors. Pop out onto the porch. So, 900 degrees. God love you, Graveyard. I've been sleeping okay, actually, Mr. McPhoebe. I've been doing pretty good. Sleep through the night. I do nap occasionally, which is not good for me, frankly. I should keep a more strict sleep schedule. I used to. But I'll get up and have a cup of coffee like on a Sunday morning and then doze off watching the news and maybe wake up around 11 again. But otherwise it's been okay. My parents came down today for a visit and Mom's like, how were you doing for the stuff I was in the hospital in? And she was like, oh, I was like, it's great, actually. I'm 100% fine, which is good. Yes, LA. But it's being addressed. It's being addressed. Kindly, it's being addressed. Well, kindly first. I always start nice. You can get mean later. But yeah, Charlotte, he'll be with us soon. Well, happy Monday, BB. Happy Monday in the Netherlands. Capricorn. We were in the 90s, Claudia. And then we had a bunch of storms, and then all of a sudden it got really chilly feeling. And it and then it blew over, and then it was fine. And then today we had blue skies, and we didn't have that crazy humidity that goes with it. So that's good. It's super nice in Wisconsin. I think it's moving west to east. Start off being nice, firm, and then have Mark off. Yes, I mean I'm have no interest in creating problems. I just want my privacy, which isn't unreasonable. So all the windows open. We had the air on still, but it was like the same temperature inside as it was outside. So it does kind of feel like autumn's on its way, but it seems like everything's just pushed back. It was last year we were having days approaching 90, I think, in October. So oh, you like the flower? Mark put the flowers up. He likes to dress the place up. I don't know what they are, Claudia. When our resident gardener comes back, I'll let him know that we need to know. Well, who's your favorite YouTuber? Mark. Let's see, other people. There's people I watch frequently, and then there's people who I watch because I like. At the very moment, and it changes all the time, but my very favorite at the moment is The Purposeful Pantry. It's all about dehydrating, which I just saw go by. I'm trying out tonight. I'm making some banana chips, and we'll see what's what. Mark got these black-looking organic bananas that looked like they were on their way out, and I peeled them, and they were pretty much all fine. So I've got 3 trays of banana chips going at the moment. So, what did I try the other day? A couple fruit leathers over the weekend. It's that kind of thing. No, Zoe, I'm happy to say we've graduated. We've found our way into other places. So, cicadas. Oh, thank God we don't get that kind of shit here. They don't know, actually. My parents were out of town for the last week. They were in Niagara Falls with my brother and his family. So they weren't here for the whole thing. They just got back yesterday. Niagara Falls from there to here is like 5 hours, I think. So I don't think they had any. From the pictures I saw from the town they live in, there was some urban flooding, but the street they live on, they're kind of at the hump of, like, it goes down both ways. The river's right behind their house, but it goes out, so there wouldn't be any damage probably there, unless a leak, you know, but I guess they'll find out when they get home. They didn't call with any bad news, so I'm assuming everything was okay. We had some urban street flooding here in Scranton, cars getting stuck under low bridges and things like that, so it's been much. Today's the first day we haven't had rain in 10, maybe. I don't know. Zoe, we are a little better about that. Thank you for asking, too. Thank you for thinking of it. A little better with waking up in the morning. I'm not having crying jags like I had been. It was a very challenging spring and early summer in that way. But it's been getting better. I've had some more tools to work with it. I've kind of changed up my schedule. I let my bosses and whatnot, hey, Kathy, into the loop of some of the stuff that was going on with me. Not too much to be, you know, too personal, but enough to let them know I'm working on something and my mornings have been rough, so I just, you know, want to keep you guys in the loop, and I'm fine, usually, even when it is a tough morning. Within an hour and a half, I'm good, but I am very impulsive between the time I get up and then. I don't know how many times I will create a text saying I need the day off and then delete it, and then text it again, and then delete it, and then never actually send it, and then eventually just drag my ass into work. Have you had your hormones checked? I did once. Is that for me? Yes, I have had my hormones checked. Hey, Dom, how are you? So, it's the indecision of, I can't do this today. Just not today. I can do it any other day, but I just can't do it today. Not right now. And then it passes, and lunchtime Steve is grateful that morning Steve wasn't a dope and, you know, was able to plow through. It's predictable, which makes it there's a little distance between those feelings and me because I'm aware I'm having them. So when I'm having them, it's not like, oh God, I'm anxious. I was like, I notice I'm having my morning anxiety. It puts it a little further away from me, so it's not so much like, I'm a wreck in the morning. It's, I have anxiety in the morning. It's just words, but sometimes it makes me think about it a little bit differently. So, no, Zoe, I've come from OMAD probably earlier in the day. I've had a little something to eat because I found that I was overeating during the one meal. Sometimes by the quality of the food, sometimes by the quantity of the food. So, I've had some stuff earlier in the day. Mark's here. Don't worry, you're barely late.
I'm always late.
So,
A fiasco at the store for sure.
it does for me too, Aaron. Once I get there and get moving, I'm fine. I mean, on a bad whatever, I might periodically dive into the restroom at work and have myself a little cry, but otherwise it's fine. So.
Are we talking about you crying?
Somebody had asked, Zoe had asked, how was that in the morning?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, it's been better, actually. So, I have an option to take some medication in the morning, but taking a tranquilizer when you wake up, you know, is challenging. But if you were inside my head 5 minutes after I woke, you would understand the need for it to slow down by some means. So,
there we go. Okay. There we are. Well, I won't go back and say hi to everybody. I won't annoy everybody. But hello, everybody. Yeah. I'm sorry I was late. I got caught at the store.
Mark still does coupon, actually, and he went to Giant yesterday.
Yeah.
Or was it yesterday? I forget. It was just very recently he had gone. So stay tuned to Mondays with Mark.
Hi, Christine. Hi, LA. Hi, Zoe. Hi, everybody. I don't want to, impede.
But
yeah, I still coupon.
Keep your eyes glued to Mondays with Mark. You may find...
That's so funny you asked that. I know, because I'm gonna be talking about something tomorrow just on that subject.
I don't want to tease too much, but the often requested feedback about Mark's shopping at Giant
will be tomorrow.
He might share a little about it tomorrow.
Yeah, finally. Long time coming, right?
Yeah, well, something just had to be said.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Definitely.
I know, Cindy. It's tough. Hey, pooping right now.
Jay, hi, Jay. Hey, Kathy.
The supermarket. Giant supermarket brand and experiences we have. It was like our grocery store because it was the closest, but that didn't stop us from going there often and complaining a lot.
I know. I say that. Like,
I know.
It's convenient. It's like we still kind of consider it our store.
It was the closest one to our first place here. We know where all the stuff is in the aisles and that kind of thing.
I even worked there for a year. Like, I mean, I don't know. But, talk about love-hate.
Yeah. But something happened. So tune in Monday for Mark and find out what happened at Giant.
It sure did.
So, hey, funny girl. I know, lover. I went down to Harrisburg for a training for something, and the Giant Market had a community center built right into the building to help kind of integrate with the community around it, even though it's like a big chain. And I thought that was really cool. You would never see anything like that at ours.
Oh, no. I know. We were at probably 2 other Giants ever, and they were one of them in another state. You know, they were very nice.
They were nice. They were closer to Wegmans. You know, they were little...
It's just this store, and they are ranked like
99
out of 100 out of all their stores. Yeah, they are ranked the lowest.
They have a hard problem with staffing, with supplies coming in. You know, we'll be telling you guys sometimes they don't have this, they don't have that. You know, it's 2023.
Yeah,
it's not.
I don't experience this at other grocery stores. It's just curious to me. We'll say that, but I'll explain it tomorrow.
No, not walking distance from a proper grocery store. There's a little corner store about a block and a half down, but we're in something of a food desert. There's nowhere to shop downtown Scranton to get groceries.
In town.
If you go just outside, there's a Redner's. If you go all the way into another section of town, going away from downtown Scranton, there's another one, but. No, nothing to walk.
Yeah, they have to drive. But
or take the bus, God forbid, if you're older. How are you going to get... You want to take the bus to Giant?
I'm going to say it takes maybe not even 10 minutes to get to the Giant by driving.
Yeah.
You know, like all of them. We have like 3 of them that we can go to. They're all about 10 minutes from the house.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the time tomorrow, Amanda. When it's done, it'll be...
tomorrow, when I'm gonna go to work tomorrow for a little bit, but it'll be earlier than normal. It won't be like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah.
I've been trying to get better at that, but So do we stockpile like groceries? I started
dehydrating, and we do have a whole list of things that are in the freezer written on the side of it. Like meat, like get it cheap and then vacuum seal it and put it away. You know, when we've been able to hold it for longer.
That's been nice. We bought like a big, it was 10 pounds total of really good ground chuck, and divided it into 1 pound packages, and then vacuum sealed them all.
And then we,
it's really cool. Like, I really like that.
So but it's, Scranton's okay, so I grew up not far from here.
Yeah, Tyre's done.
My first year of college was here. I moved to Philadelphia for college and then stayed after, and at the time I was mortified at coming back to be up here. It's okay for now, but I would like to move at some point. I get homesick for Philly, just for diversity and activity and access to culture and opportunity, and it's closer to there's an airport. I had spent time there and I like it there. I'm not familiar with it anymore. I'd have to start from scratch, like riding the subway. I learned quickly in 2001, but it's a little different now. Everything is digital. Everything is swiped. The parking, all of it. So,
and we're on the same page with that. We both, I think, I don't know when, but I think we want to make a move.
This isn't going to be the last place we live.
No.
The last town we live in. No. But it's all the things that come with planning a move that we need to get together first. Like, where do we want to move? Is there the kind of work there we could do?
Jobs. That's the big
I don't have a kind of job I could do from another state or even from another part of the state. It would maybe travel with me, but who knows how far.
Yeah, another part of, I'd have to get certified in the state that I go to. Now, in Pennsylvania, I could go to different cities.
Yeah, you
and
can
get
go
a job
anywhere in Pennsylvania,
but not like what I have now. I don't think I have it pretty decent.
Yeah, no, you're in a private practice. You're not working in community drug and alcohol centers, where you make $11 an hour to do 70 hours of work. because they want you to do the work of someone who's supposed to make more. It's like anything.
Yeah.
They would want a peer specialist to do the work of a case manager. Case
manager
needs a degree, and so if they're respectable, they would have to pay more. So they dump that work onto the peer to do. And a peer job is not as administrative as case management is, but it's like any job. It's like your job, or if you used to work or even volunteer. There's always pettiness somewhere in the mix. There's always some decision that was made that makes zero fucking sense, but that we all have to live with. It's just the joy of working.
Oh, that's a great... Oh, Kathy, me too. The discount section. Oh, I hit it up all the time.
That's how I got the bananas for the banana chips.
Yeah.
There was all these organic bananas that looked black.
Oh, wow. Christine, I've been seeing the pictures of your garden, and I have everybody send in their pictures on the last Mondays with Mark. We're going to share them this week. Oh, cool. They all look really good, and the only thing I've been able to harvest so far was spinach and some flowers. We haven't had anything, but I have a ton of tomatoes, ton of green beans. They are growing, but I haven't harvested anything yet. Nothing. And then I left the door open.
And my garden was eaten by vermin.
I feel bad.
And we started with what, 6?
I laugh because it's like this ongoing saga with the cabbage.
I know.
We started with 7 at first, and we're down to 3 now.
Yeah. So it goes. Well, they're cabbages, they circle of life, I guess. So somebody did
Denver.
Something well.
Yeah, Denver seems so nice. I've never been. I've always wanted to see Denver. When I was younger, I thought about moving there to try it out. In my younger days, but never made it.
Yeah. Gas? I don't even remember. I got gas the other day. How much does the gas cost here now?
Gas?
I have no idea.
3 something.
It's in the 3s. It's like in the mid to low 3s, I think. But yeah. So I only fear fat people when I'm on an airplane with an empty seat. It's a valid concern. Who wants to be uncomfortable for 6 hours? I'm sure they're uncomfortable, and I can sympathize with that, empathize with that, but also I don't want to travel uncomfortably.
So, what, Christine? Half of mine did, and half of mine... Her spinach was a fail because it bolted.
Yeah.
Half of mine bolted, and the other half didn't. It's bizarre. It's too hot or too much water, it will bolt very early.
What does bolt mean?
Bloom.
Oh, it'll bloom.
And you can't... Once it blooms, you're
done.
You can't... Yeah, you don't want that to happen with vegetables. Like that. Like greens.
Yeah.
Herbs, too. Some of the parsley bolted, but I got... That was weeks ago. It's just been the weather. It's been very weird. Would you ever consider traveling to Mexico for dental work? There's so many YouTube videos about it. I did look into that. I would have to get my passport.
A lot of people in the US go out of the country for procedures just because by the time you pay for all of it, you're in the tens of thousands of dollars.
I know.
Arrow garden for lettuce and herb. There we go.
Let's see. Oh, Dom says he's gonna... Oh, he did text us.
Buffer!
Oh, I just got a text from Dom. We are...
We're back.
Oh, no, we're on.
There we go. Hey, LA.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. I don't know what happened. Our Wi-Fi cut out briefly. So I had to... Thank God. If it happens again...
It's not even storming.
Hang out.
That's bizarre.
We'll be back if something happens again. Up until 7, we'll keep returning.
Oh, yeah. And thank you for doing that, Dom. He's our in between.
Yeah, Dom's
he's the only one I think that has my personal number that can, that's actually pretty useful. Actually.
It is, Christine. It's very silly. This is much better internet than we had next door at the last place, but, we had the last one we had. Who did we have?
But it's so
before
funny.
Xfinity. If you had too many devices, the thing would shut down.
Yeah.
Who was our provider for internet next door?
Oh. Well, we had
before that.
Verizon.
Verizon was terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
Definitely.
If you use 2 phones and the smart TV, everything slows down to a crawl. Mm-hmm. So in order to upload our videos, we'd have to literally shut off every other device in the house, so you can concentrate it all onto one. So Chantel called, have a corn dog. Oh, I have never had a corn dog. They're not big in this region, and I'm not 8. I know, in other parts of the world, like in Asia, like Korea, it's like really cool, dolled up, over the top, and that would be something different. But I'm not gonna go get a box of them to throw in the air fryer.
No, I didn't even miss anybody's text. Are you cooking tonight? Oh, now they're coming in.
Thanks, Dom, for the pear. There's the dancing pear.
Oh,
thank you, Dom. Mm-hmm.
Cooking tonight? Yes, I am actually.
We are having, I forget what we're having. But you'll find out. I think it might be a video. So whatever we're doing tonight, you might see coming up soon. I did the the mise en place for all of it. Weighed everything, measured everything. If it wasn't for a video, you just go to the cupboard, get it, take it, put it back. I don't like at the end having to like put all this stuff away.
That's so interesting.
Thank you, Jay. #1 fan.
Oh, thank you. I feel so bad. I feel like we haven't talked in a while. Well, we actually haven't. I've been behind on everything, like with messages and emails a little bit, but
July was a waste.
But I have some time this week though.
I talked to a coworker. July sucked.
Just July was
across
awful.
the board. I got behind at my job because I was out for like 5 days or so when I was in the hospital. So I had to play catch up, and work gets it. I mean, they understand. Well, your work will be less because you weren't here. So.
Oh, cool, Jay. Okay.
But I'm still playing catch up, and everything is a contract related to someone who has to be accounted for, and their supervisor and their supervisor. So they're not as concerned about the fact that I wasn't well. They're just more concerned with why aren't the numbers what they're supposed to be. So we're getting there.
Someone wants to say hi. His weekly visit.
Yeah, Bandit is with us.
You gonna go over?
You come on.
You want me to pick you up?
He's got an eye cold.
Do you? Let me see your eye.
He needs
well, here,
wiped.
say hello first.
He needs his eye wiped.
There's the kitty. Hello.
He's our baby.
Okay, let me see your eye.
Right, good. The star of the show.
Yeah.
We're just the opening act.
Yeah, right.
So
we're gonna go over there. All right. I'll clean your eye out when we're done.
Yeah. He's a good boy. My parents came today and they were actually they like hung out and they were around them and everything. Oscar's good, actually. Margaret, this room Oscar has adopted. So we had moved our futon love seat couch thing into the studio, and now Oscar, it's his spot. He likes to sleep in here. He has specific things he rubs his head against when he gets,
Oh yeah.
They did LA. They just got back. They were going to Niagara. They got back yesterday. They loved it. They did their honeymoon there.
You remembered that. That's so cool.
In 1976, they went on their honeymoon to Niagara.
Yeah.
And they just went back with my brother for another revisit.
To the Canadian side.
So.
And they showed all the pictures and everything. It looked really nice.
Yeah.
They said everything has just exploded in price.
Like, oh God. Like, Dad said they went to Burger King, and you're talking about my brother and kids, so maybe 5 people or so. And then my parent. It was $100 and change to go to Burger King.
$110
just to get some chicken fingers for a kid,
I know.
And then ice cream was a bunch of money. It was just expensive.
4 adults and 3 kids. Yeah.
4 adults, 3 kids. So
110, I think he said.
They got their passports. I think if you have an accelerated or modified license, you maybe can cross the border. But they got their passports, and they got them quick too. Everyone was waiting for years. They got theirs in 3 weeks.
Oh, I know. Burger King was always so inexpensive, I know. And it still kind of is around here, but... Well, not that I know. I haven't had it in a while, but I was very surprised the cost of everything.
I get a taste for a Whopper every so often. Not a Big Mac. I'm not a Big Mac,
Then add in the tourist. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the cost with the place they were staying, it was 2/3 the price of the original cost to stay for... what was it? It was like 100 and something, but then on top of it was another 3
for the tax.
That was like a surprise.
It was an entertainment
tax.
$420 they said for the entertainment tax, and the room was $200 a night. Mm-hmm. And they didn't know about it. Like it was kind of like a little surprise.
Oh yeah, Aaron, you're from Niagara. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't do
that's infuriating, isn't it? Because I just think like how could a family go, like how could they afford to go? I think that way about Disney and stuff. Like I really think everyone should see Disney once in their life, but My gosh.
It's
it
too
is
much. I'd have to go alone and I'd have to take a bus.
I know.
You can't come, I can't drive.
No, right? Right?
I'll take pictures, you know. The entertainment, they got a fun pass to go to like 6 different things. They went under. Snark Parade. Thank you. Welcome. New set. Hello, hello.
Oh, hello.
They went under the falls. They went over the falls. They went by the mist. They did the Maiden of the Sea, like all sorts of different stuff they did. And it was good. They also said after one day they started taking the little local transportation, which also I don't think isn't free. Or that might be the only thing that's free if I recall.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure they said entertainment tax. Unless they said amusement tax. They may have said amusement tax. But it was along those lines, that tax. It was kind of like, for the privilege of experiencing Niagara Falls tax.
It's like business like privilege. That. Or not. What is it? Working. Like for the privilege of working in Scranton, I pay a higher tax rate.
Me too. So. I know.
I mean, but the thing is though, like, if you want to move to where it's cheaper around here, it's so far from everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is.
Rumored that our fair lady's going to Florida for her grandfather's birthday. There's been discussion about going. When somebody asked her if she was going alone, she had said, yeah, this time she's going to be going by herself. She was teasing it and talking about how fat-friendly Disney is. But you know what Disney is not? Photos, videos. I remember watching a video of there's this guy proposing to his girlfriend and they had the castle in the background. In the middle of it, you got a little skinny twink of a staff member come up and push the both of them off the edge. Okay, keep moving. Welcome to Disneyland. There's so many other things to see. They're like, we were in the middle. Yeah, I know you were in the middle of something, but let's show you all though. Like, so let her try and film someone will stop her. Someone will stop her. You bet she's not invited to the birthday party. I suspect. I was thinking, Chantal may miss home, but do they miss her?
I didn't realize no income tax at all in Kuwait. Wow.
Are you two coming to Chicago this month? This trip. We're
thinking about it.
It's still in the works.
Yeah.
For traveling. I'm interested in going on that kind of driving trip through that part of America. I haven't been there. Make sure we get an oil change first. So.
Oh wow. Years ago, I wanted to take my son to Disney. When I ran the cost, it was cheaper to get a studio apartment in London and go to England and Amsterdam. So that's what we did.
Good. There's so much more to see. I mean, I don't care about Disney myself. What is it? Mecca of consumerism? I don't feel any need to go. But I wasn't a Disney kid either. So.
Oh, wow. A cookbook from 1940. Oh, Kathy, I love those kind of cookbooks. I love them. I'm so mad that I lost my grandma's depression cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could still be. I have one box of books. Now, I looked through there. Mm-hmm. But I love those old cookbooks. Love them.
Yeah. So you were at Disney, Capricorn. You were just at Disney last week.
Yeah.
Crazy lines.
I can't imagine. The lines were crazy, yeah.
Cannot imagine.
You can, yeah.
My mother was shooting. They were in Canada, discussed an almost altercation with a woman whose table she was threatening to steal. Because everything was so crowded, they had to wait for a table to leave before they could sit. But it was like constant all the time.
That's how I got to go. I went to Disney, I don't know, 10, 12 times. But I had family that worked there. And we always got in for free. And, that was the only way we were able to do it,
Yeah.
And they lived they lived very close, too, so we didn't need accommodations
You could just go. That's the only way I could think to make it affordable. I would never. It's not interesting enough to me to spend that much money to go.
No, yeah. It is really cool. I mean,
If we win a trip, sure.
Yeah.
That's fine. Florida's like a 2-hour flight. It's not awful from here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
I'll just have to make sure I'm unconscious one way or another for 2 hours.
It's in an air.
Margaret, I've seen Miss Clara. I love her from the Depression cooking. She made the poor man's meal, peppers and eggs fried, like all sorts of good stuff, bread. And she's passed away, but when she was making the content,
Clara,
she was like 93 when she was making the content still.
Yeah.
She's passed, but the videos are still up and very popular.
Oh, they are. They're really cool.
She's cute too.
She is. She's cute.
And they're out of Chicago, or the burbs, I think, is where they live, or where she lived and where it was filmed. I get weird with this.
Oh, you shouldn't feel like a failed parent for that. He got to see Amsterdam and like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm like what a couple other people said. I really think it should be more. I'm like that with Broadway musicals and it's just getting too expensive for people to experience like arts and culture and like things like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, there's nowhere you can go for free.
Not anymore.
The library, maybe?
Yeah.
And if anyone ever proposed right now the idea of a library, it would never get off the ground.
I know.
It'll be a big thing full of books and it's free. We can't give...
There used to be so much for, like, especially for kids to do for free in the community.
Yeah.
Now we're down to, they closed, I think, 6 pools here in Scranton. There's only a couple left. There are still a couple.
There's a couple public pools, but...
there's no, like, kind of those, like, drop-in centers where, like, activity centers where they could go after school and, like,
yeah.
You know, it's everything is, like, the phone and computers and...
Yeah.
I don't know. I get disenchanted sometimes with stuff like that.
Yeah, but our parents were disenchanted with us.
They were.
All that newfangled dial-up internet that I was in the late 90s.
Floppy disks, that's never going to take.
That were still floppy, and then the floppy ones that were hard.
That were hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, but...
I don't know. I'm either a very old millennial or a very young Gen Xer. It depends who you ask and what chart you look at, but... All that technology, like we had typing class when I was in 6th grade, and then we had hard cable internet in the computer room by the time I was a senior. So I just...
We didn't even have computers when I was in school.
No.
We didn't have any. Well, we had a computer lab, but it was nothing like... I mean, it was not
those
even...
giant pizza box ones.
Oh, yeah.
Before they started with the towers.
And you didn't have to take it. Like, they didn't... You know, you could take that class, but no one did because it was brand new.
Computer literacy was a required course at both colleges that I was at. It was basically the Office 2000 workbook or instruction book, and then we just had to work our way through.
Dylan Hollis. Okay, Cindy, I'll check. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to send myself a text.
And it was the only place in my school with air conditioning. I went to school in an old building, and the only place they had air conditioning was the computer room, because they are worth enough to cool down, but we weren't. So... Oh, so Claudia asked, the flowers behind us.
Yeah.
Fake, real? Where are they?
Oh, they're fake. No, yeah, they're fake. They're just fake in a bud vase. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if it fooled you, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Good. We'll stick with that. It's a I made the vases, but
I know. And in high school, you knew when the teacher was pushing the TV on a cart into the room, it's like, yes, video!
Yes!
Yeah.
The top load VCR! Oh my god.
I think that
I
predates
remember
me.
that
I don't
too.
remember the top
You don't
load.
remember a top load?
No.
It popped up and you put it in and then it went down in to the machine.
That's...
Big box. You
Must
know.
have missed that.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. We had a regular old VCR. I had the combo DVD VCR player. I think my brother got it for me one year for Christmas or something. I had it for years because all the video stores were closing down at the time they were manufacturing those. So I still had VHS things, you know, when those stores were closing. I bought an entire collection of John Candy movies for about a penny a piece. And I had VHS to watch it, but...
Yeah, the remote controls that had the wire
on it. Yeah. We had a box.
I thought it was so cool at the time.
And cable was 32 channels.
Yeah. I remember that. I was like, I thought it was so cool. I had a remote with the wire. It was like, yes. Da, 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 da. Oh, wow. I forgot all about that stuff.
Mom moved VHS tapes when they moved out of here. I miss mine because there's movies that I don't want to like buy again. And anymore, you don't even buy a movie. You buy rights to the stream of a movie so that you can watch it for 48 hours.
Yeah, Cindy, I'm going to send myself a text right now. I've instead of writing it down, I now text myself.
There you go. I've been doing that for a while. I text it to me. It looks...
Dylan, do-I?
Does your public library
Dylan
have park or museum passes to check
Hollis.
out? Yours does. Probably. I know, like, some of the libraries do a lot of stuff with kids and activities like that.
You're back.
If you're tied in with the library, like if your parents are the kind that take you there often and they have other things to do. But like everything in this area, it's probably wildly underfunded. So, but it's a hot spot.
Yeah, see, I don't know the answer to that. Like, I know that, I can't remember. There's a museum in Naog Park.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of it, but
thanks, Snark. Thanks for coming. Welcome again.
I think you have to pay to get in.
Oh.
Almost certain. I know at the aquarium they just put in like a year or two ago, and it's small,
Yeah.
and it's really expensive, and that's what everybody's complaining about. It's just like, and it's in the mall, but it's not like a city aquarium like you would think.
No. It's almost deceptive to call it an aquarium.
I don't know, almost $20. I don't know. I know people. It's always in the news that people are complaining about it. It should have been something to draw people in, and instead it's turning people away, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. But, wait for my dad to fall asleep to watch the game. Well, in our house, Dad got the remote or control of the TV when he got home from work, because that's that. So if we were going to play Nintendo or something, it was usually earlier in the day or on a weekend. Because it's not fun for 5 people to sit around and watch an 8-year-old play Mario Brothers for 3 hours. So there was limits on the time that we could play video games.
Oh, Carolyn, I remember that too. Our Blockbuster, what you could rent the VCR. It had a handle on it.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah,
because we didn't have a VCR, so you'd rent a VCR and a movie. I forgot about that too.
Mm-hmm. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, and I do remember that as well. I remember when it would go. The TV, it would be real late at night. It was at my grandma's house. The TV would just go off, and I think they would play like the Star Spangled Banner or something, and then it would go off, and then that symbol would come up.
Yeah.
This was before, like, I don't even remember seeing like infomercials.
I was going to say that's when infomercials
that
filled in the gap, because it was cheap time to buy in the middle of the night.
Now I was young. I was because I remember this at my grandmother's house when I would stay over the weekends. But and she would let me stay on the couch, let me stay up late, and that would happen. And by the time I'd wake up, it'd be back on. But I forgot about that too. I don't remember when I first started seeing infomercials.
Oh, I don't know. I think, well, Kathy was
the
my
TG
first.
sign off. Okay.
I was very young when I started my own fascination with them. So. Oh, cool, Charity. Well, good. You never know what you have until you remember. Where did I put my drink? Did I bring a drink?
You jogged my memory. I don't know. I went and got mine.
I will be right back. I need to get something to drink.
I was dying of thirst. We got a nice break in the weather, I'll tell you. It was... I don't even know what's happening with the weather. The entire month of July was like a wash, literally. It rained heavy, heavy rain, And then the last week and a half, it's been in the 90s. Heat index was 110 on, I think it was Friday. And then we had a horrible thunderstorm yesterday, and then it dropped in temperature. So right now, it's like 80 degrees. It's not humid at all. And tonight, it's going down to 50 overnight here in Scranton. 50! The weather is nuts. Right. The 1 to 900 numbers. No, I don't remember that. 1 to 900 numbers.
I remember 1-800 was free and 1-900
The 1-900. The 1-900 numbers. Yes, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
They were like paid numbers. You would call for like smut or
like check scores,
things like that. Yeah, I remember.
They would always tell kids, make sure you get your parents' permission. Yeah. Like your kid's not gonna go over there and.
New Jersey's the same.
$5 for the first minute, $10 each initial minute for psychic hotlines and things like that.
We only had it was about a week and a half. We had a really bad heat wave. Mm-hmm. You had 5 weeks of it.
Oh my God, Jay, Miss Cleo. Call me now. I remember
Miss Cleo!
God, I forgot about that.
You had a heavy rainstorm.
Hey, Blue, how are you?
Stays this way. Yeah, I hope it does too.
It was Mark's fault. He brought up smut. So
yeah, talk to sexy singles in your area. Oh my gosh, I remember those. That's so funny.
Seems like a long time.
Hey
ago.
Travis, how are you?
There's an itty butt. So let's think back. It was easier times, simple times. $2.99 a minute, and then like 99 cents each additional minute. And then whoever paid the bill would get a big surprise. Like, who called all
yeah,
these?
who? Yeah.
Who called all these numbers?
It was too warm, yeah. That's what everyone's been saying.
Yeah, it's like getting in the tub.
Yeah, it is! And it's like a nostalgic-y thing.
Mm-hmm.
Throwback. I don't know, sometimes I get stuck on that. Like, I'm like, oh, I wish I could go back to the 80s. You know, we tend to remember all the good stuff.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know?
There's sometimes I wish I could do completely over again.
Do it over again, yeah.
But that's a lot of people. It's not everybody. Some of those are no regret people, but here and there.
The whole house smells like bananas. I just realized this.
Yeah, I'm dehydrating bananas.
The entire house smells like
organic bananas. You'd think we were like rich or something.
I know they were
organic. They were on their way out. That's
yeah,
how I got them.
I got them on the discount rack.
I sliced them all, put them on the racks, put it in the thing. They didn't turn brown. Mark was like, you can put lemon juice on those. I'm like,
I thought you had to.
I thought, you know, to prep it otherwise, but that was just to protect the color. They didn't brown at all. They haven't. The dehydrator I'm using is more forced air with a little heat than it is just the heat coming up from the bottom. So
you still have working payphones. Oh gosh, I haven't seen one. I don't think we have one around here. I haven't seen a payphone.
No. Even when I was in college, there's two downtown. There was one in the neighborhood because I remember I had to, you know, when we were kids, we would dial 1-800-COLLECT where it said, say your name now.
Oh, yes.
Pick Steven up at the bowling alley.
Click.
Click. And say your name after the... And it worked. It's what we always did because we didn't have cell phones. There was a payphone and, you know, we were kids. We spent everything we had at the arcade, not even a quarter to call for a ride. So...
See, Travis, that's what I do, too, when I need to escape. I'll escape back to that decade, you know. It just seemed...
Wait, no. That was my moment too, contrast.
Better. I don't know. It just seemed better.
It seemed simpler, better. It's nostalgic. Well, I always go back and forth when I say I want to go back to Philly. Part of it is because I like open amenities, but also it's nostalgic. Like I grew up more there than here, if that makes any sense.
Yes, so true. Yes, Cindy. You'd have to make all of your arrangements at home and then meet up somewhere. Usually it was a parking lot or like at the mall or something. And then because you couldn't reach anybody once you were out, there was no way.
No, there was no.
No, you always had to have change for the payphone. I remember that. And then this newfangled thing came into play, the beeper.
And only like drug dealers and doctors had beepers.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
and you.
And me. I did have a beeper in high school. I did. Well, in my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And but still, you couldn't call or anything on it.
No, you still had to go.
What was the premise of it? They would send you their phone number, and it meant call me now.
Yeah.
Then you had to go find a payphone and call.
Yeah. I know, Travis. I was thinking things were simpler then. But if I were my parents looking at that time, it would probably be how I am looking now. I don't think...
Probably, yeah.
I don't think my parents anticipated that when they were my age, in my 20s, that there'd be cell phones. I never thought in my 20s that we would be doing this. I thought it was only on The Simpsons, you know?
The party lines? The party lines, what were they?
That was before me, where other people used the same phone line. Is that correct? And you had to be like, get off the line, I need to make a call.
Yeah, that's what I thought a party line was. But I think there was also another one where you could have all your friends call in and be in like kind of like a chat room, but it was on a regular phone.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
There was that Hitchcock about the woman who would eavesdrop on the party line. And then heard all this stuff, and then I was all scared and everything. I'd rather, like everybody, I think I'd rather go back and do it over with the knowledge I have now, but you don't get to do that. Youth is wasted on the young.
Talking about their bad feet, that's so funny. I never experienced like the true party line. I never. My grandmother would talk about that though. She said her and her neighbor would fight all the time because her neighbor was on the phone all day and night, and she could never use the phone.
They do. They think stuff at the time. I remember when the stores went from, my earliest recollection was cassettes, then to CDs, then what the hell you can sell there anymore? Goes quick. I feel like I'm going to be able to tell my grandkids, we used to be able to drink the tap water. That's how we didn't just wash dishes with it. It was safe enough to drink.
Hey, Eileen. Nice to see you. We're doing well. I hope you are too.
Anybody have any fun plans for the week? Any big events? Any parties? Family celebrations? Milestones? So we have to wrap up the weekend, go into the next one. Cassettes, my car was still cassettes.
Yes,
I've always had used cars, and a lot of the times they had my parents had a Pinto station wagon. I think it took 8 tracks. They had one. My mother had a bunch of vinyl, and then right from there to cassettes. Stores closed on Sunday. Oh my god.
Where's Met? You still No way, Beth. You still have that? 26 years? That is awesome. That is so cool. I have the first card you ever gave me. It wasn't 26 years ago, but well, it actually, you wrote it on a little piece of paper, it's in my wallet. I carry it with me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'll have to show you. You have a little smiley face on it.
Well, that sounds like me. Sounds good, Jay. I'm so happy that you're networking with crafty people.
I know.
It's always so nice to find other people who are as geeked out about something
8 tracks.
that other people go, as you are. It's fun to have other excited people who have the same interests. That's always good. Books on tape. Listen when I walk. Yeah, with my Walkman. And then my CD player. Chewed through batteries.
Is that true?
Chewed through batteries.
Is that true? So I have heard on the news that the water is too warm to get into in Florida, and Jake just said that too. He said he's trying to stay cool, but the waters are too hot.
Too hot to cool down.
Now we have it firsthand. Wow. Yeah, the 8 tracks definitely. We had a big old truck when I was real little. It had an 8-track player in it. And I don't even know whatever happened to all those. My grandpa had a box of 8-track tapes. Wow, talk about... Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to fall myself.
I am too.
I always do. I like the transition into autumn. And then I even like autumn into... But by December, I'm done with snow. And then I hate spring, so I just wanted to go right from winter to Memorial Day. Real quick. So...
yeah, that stuff is cute. I'm nostalgic like that. I mean, but... even with even here on the channel, I have every single card or letter that was ever sent to us. I have in a
they're over there. I'm looking at a box with all of them,
all stacked in there, and
from years ago at this point.
I don't know. And then I have another box with all cards that everyone else, personal ones, and then all the notes you gave me. I guess I'm a hoarder. I don't know.
You're sentimental and a hoarder.
It just seems like you attach emotional value to a physical thing, and then I can't seem to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's like getting rid of the memory or not respecting the memory by throwing the thing out.
When you say, when you get something, in your, a card or something, and you're like, oh, that was so nice.
I waited
the next day or whatever.
How long am I supposed to keep it?
Indefinitely, in my opinion.
Everyone I know, ever?
I know. That's why I have 2 boxes sitting right there. I know. Yeah. I know. There has to come a point, where I know. Old T-shirts. It's...
Yeah.
Little nuts.
If it's just 1 or 2 things. I mean, my brother still has his pillow from when he was a child. It looks like it should be put down at this point. But that's all he has that he drags around from his youth. He doesn't have other stuff.
Yeah, you can't. Wow. See that? Yeah, I'm kind of curious how hot the water is.
Well, 80 is what it has to get to have a hurricane or a storm. When the tropical waters hit 80 is when all that shit kicks up. So hotter water, I suspect, will mean more Maybe not more storms, but bigger ones. I don't know.
I am so glad some people were saying they keep their stuff too, like cards and. Well, that's good.
I keep some of the stuff. I have stuff sometimes. I have a box of my own of things that go back. Things I wrote when I was in college, like pictures from school plays and musicals that I was in, all sorts of stuff like that.
Oh, it's storming, Edgar. Oh boy. Water in Florida was 101.
Ugh,
Holy
yuck.
heck.
I don't think my water in the shower is that hot.
Wait, so I don't want to be stupid here. So when they said on the news, and like a couple people said in the chat here that you could boil a chicken in the water, like you were serious? I thought that was a joke. Like, I have it up here on Google now. Boil a chicken in water.
Ugh. That's not refreshing, but it's also not like, I don't know. I don't want to get in a hot tub when it's hot out.
The part you checked was 95. Oh my gosh.
Jersey water doesn't have a good reputation, Kathy. The drinking water, depending on where you are. South Jersey is less built up than North Jersey, because that's just, you know, there's a line of thinking that the whole state's a big parking lot for Philly and New York. No, you can't boil chicken. Yes, boil a chicken. Ooh.
Mark, he won't get rid of anything.
Where's
Okay,
your
good,
boiled
good.
chicken?
Yes, boil a chicken. Wow, I thought I thought it was a joke. Totally a joke.
I know fry an egg on the sidewalk. That I've seen.
You should be okay in September, Kathy. I think you're gonna have a really nice trip. That's a really good month.
That's a month. If we're going to the beach, that's the month I'm shooting for.
Yeah, that's
September,
what we're
after
shooting
Labor
for
Day,
too.
but not too far.
In probably New Jersey too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jersey is the closest beach to us. It depends. It seems like, oh, you're at the Jersey Shore too. It's the whole coastline.
It's like Phoebe, you're so funny. I know.
Pool water 90 degrees unheated.
Oh, that's cool. Caroline, our stickers are on her fridge. That's so cool. I know. I even have a wall there with everyone's stickers they sent me.
Yeah.
I have more to add to it. I better get to that.
There's a lot. There's a lot we take with for the sake of sentiment.
Yeah, and back here, behind
here
here is all the artwork that people made. Once that's
yeah.
finished, we can open it up and show it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people send paintings and things like that.
So that'll be up there.
Yeah, you'll be in Newark. Okay.
I haven't, Blue. Popper's Island. I don't know. I don't know Jersey well. I know more of South Jersey, but that's mostly once you get past the burbs of Philadelphia, it's all Pinelands and Jersey Devils till you get to the beach. There's not a whole lot in South Jersey between one place and the other. North Jersey, but Newark, that's all more built up. Mm-hmm. That's where you have to drive through from Scranton. You have to go straight through. Well, you take 80 the whole way. It's 81 to 80, and then 80.
And then you go through Jersey City, to get to New York?
Just outside of it, yeah. It depends. I mean, it depends which direction or which tunnel you're going to go in or bridge or whatever, too. I used to always take the Holland Tunnel and just get me on the damn island. Then I'll find where. How did I navigate New York with no cell phone, no maps, no GPS?
Talk about nostalgia,
and I drove from Philadelphia by guessing, and then found my friend in the city of 20 million. It was bizarre.
Hi, first time joining the chat.
Hey,
Well,
Marianne, welcome.
Marianne. Mark, do you collect stickers from a dollar store? I just like stickers. I always have. Ever since I was a kid, I just always liked them. And then people, include them in cards and stuff, So I'm have to do something with them, of course. So I just put them all up on the wall, on poster board on the wall. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I always loved stickers. Nostalgia. Remember the scratch and sniff sticker?
I would get those if you got 100 in kindergarten. I would put it on you get a scratch and sniff sticker.
Yes, and sticker books. All the girls had them, but I had a sticker book in probably, I don't know what year or how old I was, but it had little sticker books and you had to keep all your stickers. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I always got cool stickers. I was a geek, so I always got a sticker. I remember we had some scratch and sniff books too when I was in kindergarten. It was the whole alphabet and each letter had its own book. And for P, there was scratch and sniff pickles that smelled like dill in the book. It was very weird.
I thought so, Mr. McPhoebe. I thought you would be the saver. He saves everything, but Miss McPhoebe is a little more selective.
Scented markers. I remember those too.
Oh, yeah, the scented marker. Oh, I forgot about those too.
Sunrise,
There's so
sunset.
much. Like, I know.
Mm-hmm. It just comes and goes. Little flash in the pan stuff like that. Like, when I was in 2nd grade, snap bracelets were a big deal. Like, and get them around your wrist.
Hey, next world, hello to you too.
And then they banned them because they were afraid we would cut ourselves. It's just because they didn't want us to enjoy anything. It was a Catholic elementary school with this lay teacher who was worse than any nun.
Oh, I do. Do you remember those? The old
Mad
magazines?
And the slam books. I remember Cracked magazine I used to read. Mad, not so much.
Mad was the one with Spy versus Spy, right? With the two, what were they, ravens or crows or something, and they were spies, and they would always...
The little
black
and white sketched ones.
Yes,
right?
those, yes. Yeah. I remember those. Now, I don't remember the slam books. I do remember Mad Magazine, but we would pass them around in school. And it must be like a whole, like...
And then the jump off, Mad TV.
Mad TV.
Was its own, like, SNL type show for years after that. I'm suspecting they lifted that from there, or it may be loosely related somehow. It's just, yes, band.
The Lillian Vernon cat.
But they were cool colors, and all the cool kids had one.
No, I never had the liquid stickers.
Garbage Pail Kids. When I went through my raver phase, I had all these small, like, too small for me. I was skinny at the time, though. Garbage Pail Kids t-shirts, because everyone had, in that scene, kind of childlike themed stuff. Like, cute was in the whole little raver thing. So if you had like a teddy bear on your shirt or a little blue backpack, or a lot of the girls were into Hello Kitty at the time. So they had Hello Kitty everything.
Lisa Frank, she was a classic.
It was like a big kids pajama party.
Did you get the can opener? What can opener?
The new one, because the crank didn't work. You know what? It worked
today.
We did.
I was working, yeah.
It was, so we didn't pursue it because I was opening cans just for what you're cooking today.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
I'll tell you, it helps a lot. I never realized the difference with it. Really, when you have arthritis, like, it works.
All you have to do is brace your hand, and then you can just crank it.
And then it didn't work for like days.
No, and then
now
it
works again.
I don't know.
Should just get a regular one that opens.
It's worth paying money for a good can opener, though. If you get the cheap one from Dollar Tree, it'll break.
Oh, yeah.
It won't. It'll break on the third
use. It works so good the first time. Oh, yeah, the Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, my gosh.
All right, Edgar.
This has been so great talking about this stuff. I hope it didn't bore anybody. The S&H green stamps. Oh, my gosh. I loved those. That was the original me saving crap to get
other crap.
Yes,
yeah.
was the S&H green stamp. Oh my gosh, we had the books. You had to literally lick and stick them in there, and they were all big and bulky, and you would take them in to get like, like a knife or something.
I sent you a new one from Amazon that cranks.
Eileen. No, you didn't.
Thank you, Miss McPhoebe. We are almost at the hour. We have 1 minute.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Well, folks, thank y'all for joining us. This was fun. All the reminiscing.
This was
fun.
This was so much.
Especially when you talk to other people who remember all the same stuff, and you have other people to share the memories with. So.
And the Sears catalog, yes, that was one that we would look through the Sears catalog. Like we would, as a family, flip through it. Like it was like a thing, like to read a magazine. The Sears catalog. Do they still have one?
Probably.
They probably still do.
I'm guessing. Well, folks, at the hour, thank you all for joining us. Thank y'all for being here. Everybody be safe and stay cool, okay, as best you can.
Yes, definitely.
I'll leave this up. I won't take it down to private. I'll just leave it up and throw some stuff in it, and it'll be good to go probably within like 10 minutes. We'll have a new thumbnail.
Oh, yeah.
Mark will make a thumbnail. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Welcome to new people again. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, mods. Thank you, chatters. Please do subscribe. Hit the thumbs up on your way out if you so inclined. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All our contact info and everything's below as well. thank you, and we will catch up with you tomorrow, I believe. God
yes,
willing.
we will. I will be, God willing, I will be with you tomorrow for Mondays with Mark.
Yeah.
And we'll get caught up on some chit chat and some updates from videos from last week and all that. It'll be a lot of fun. So have a great week, everybody, okay? And we'll see you next time.
Bye everybody.
Are you ready to go?